Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the very strange case of Harvey Elliott, who's really top prospect at Liverpool. But right now, he's caught in this bizarre transfer limbo, and a surprise move across the Atlantic is on the table. So let's get into it and figure out what's really going on. So, the big question on everyone's mind, is a top Premier League talent actually about to move to America? Is this for real, or is it just a bunch of speculation? We're going to separate the facts from the fiction for you right now. This isn't your simple, straightforward negotiation between two teams. Oh no. This whole situation involves three different clubs on two different continents. You've got Liverpool, Aston Villa, and then all the way over in the US, Charlotte FC. And as you can imagine, each one has its own agenda, which is creating this really complex web of interests. Okay, so how did we even get here? Why is his name all over the headlines in the first place? Well, it all starts with the really difficult situation he's found himself in at his current loan club, Aston Villa. So get this, Elliott has only played 5 games for Aston Villa. Now, for a player of his talent, that's a surprisingly low number. But that number, 5, is absolutely critical because of the number on this next slide. And there it is, 10. See, if Elliott plays 10 games for Aston Villa, it automatically triggers a mandatory £35 million purchase clause. And that right there is the problem, because Villa has decided they really don't want to pay it. And, it really doesn't get much clearer than that. The manager, Unai Emery, came right out and said it. He's basically confirmed that Elliott is not in his plans, which means the poor guy is stuck on the bench pretty much just to avoid that transfer fee. But wait, it gets even more complicated. Because he's already played for both Liverpool and Aston Villa this season, FIFA rules actually make a move to another European team completely impossible until the summer. So he is well and truly stuck. He's trapped. So with the door to Europe pretty much slammed shut, a totally unexpected escape route has appeared, and from a really unlikely place, Major League Soccer in the United States. And let's be clear, this is not just some wild rumors someone made up on the internet. Multiple credible sources, we're talking Goal, Team Talk, they've all confirmed that the interest from Charlotte FC is 100% real. They are seriously looking at his situation. So what's the offer on the table? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's a simple loan deal. The whole idea is to get him off the bench at Villa and back on a pitch, playing consistent football until the summer transfer window opens back up in Europe. Okay, so if the offer from Charlotte is real, and he's totally stuck at Villa, why isn't he on a plane already? It seems like a no-brainer, right? Well, it turns out there's one massive roadblock stopping this whole thing from happening. And there you have it. According to Paul Joyce, who's one of the most reliable journalists out there, the biggest hurdle is the player himself. Reports are saying that even though the situation is tough, he still wants to build his career in Europe. He's just not ready for a move to the MLS. This table just lays out the stalemate perfectly, doesn't it? You've got 4 different groups here with 4 totally different goals. Elliott wants to stay in Europe. Liverpool isn't planning on bringing him back right now. Villa refuses to play him, and Charlotte is just sitting there waiting with an offer ready to go. It's a total logjam. All right, so after breaking all that down, what's the final verdict here? What can we say for sure about this whole complicated mess? So, when you just cut through all the noise and the speculation, these are the cold, hard facts. He's stuck at Villa, he can't move anywhere else in Europe, the MLS offer is totally legitimate, but he's not into it right now. And his parent club, Liverpool, well, they still haven't made up their minds about his long-term future. So to go all the way back to the question we asked at the very top of this explainer, is the rumor about interest from Charlotte FC true? Yes, absolutely. Is a transfer actually happening? Nope, not yet. The whole situation is just kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for somebody to make a decision. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. For a young player with so much potential, just sitting on the bench is the absolute worst thing for his development. He's caught between a rock and a hard place, a club that won't play him, and a move he doesn't want. So the big question is, what's the right move to make sure a really promising career doesn't stall out before it even gets going?